Greetings, Star Trek Fleet Commanders. I am the Angry Rhino. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel. So, as many of you know, those of you that watch my videos, you know I unlocked Strange New Worlds Kirk. And while the initial test didn't go exactly the way I thought it would, because we didn't truly understand what his ability actually does. Well, got a bit better understanding of it now, and I am doing more testing. Well, I guess I did the testing last night. This is just me showing you what I was testing. Where to use Kirk and where can be really beneficial. Now, with the Strange New Worlds crew, a lot of the mitigation officers, actually, well, what is it? 4 of the 5 mitigation officers, it's an officer ability. New Spock, Ortegas, Uhura, and Hemmer, officer abilities. And Benga being the one that has mitigation and captain ability, which I don't really like because then you can't use something else as a captain ability. Let's say something better. Mitigation just doesn't really seem that good as a captain ability. It seems like it's more of an officer ability. Captain ability is, something a little better. However, and the disappointing thing about the rares, Spock, Uhura, and Ortegas are rare, is that you're limited on what ship type you can use them on and what type you can hit. It's not great, but at certain times can be fine. It can be okay because certain specialty ships do well against certain hostiles, and certain hostiles are only one ship type. Like, say, the Talios fighting Borgs. Interceptor versus battleship. Triangle advantage, that's how the rares were set up. And we'll actually take a look at the crew I'm running here. New Kirk, New Uhura, and Una. Yes, captain ability with the synergy gets up to 100%. I'll show you the battle log later. Last time we looked at the battle log, what happened? Officer ability, this is Uhura's officer ability. Mitigation increase by 1800% of your officer's attack, your total officer's attack, when attacking battleships in an interceptor. Perfect for grinding out Borg probes with the Talios. Perfect. It's almost like it was made for it. Kirk's captain ability increases damage. Doesn't really do you any benefit when you're fighting Borgs because the Talios ship ability, it's really providing all the damage. And Una, the impulse speed is nice. It's relatively low, but really the synergy is what you're getting. I didn't put my usual people below decks. You can see I do have Galinar to increase the loot drop, and Doctor also increasing the loot drop. Then I have Lon increasing cargo size, Badgie increasing piercing, and Chapel increasing isolytic cascade. I didn't want to use Hugh or Torres because I don't know that pretty sure a lot of you don't have a Max Torres yet. And depending on what level you are, you may not even have access to Hugh yet. So the idea would be showing you what this new Strange New World setup can do for you. Start adding Hugh and B'Elanna, kind of skews the test a little bit because they're aiding tremendously. Here it's mostly Strange New Worlds. Actually, it's pretty much all Strange New Worlds since Chapel and Lon and 3 Bridger officers are all Strange New Worlds. Well, yes, maybe you missed your chance for Kirk, at least for now. You'll get another opportunity. Even with, some of the chess pulls coming, supposedly, could unlock him. And Nurse Chapel's in the event store, which is why I was like, well, I'll put Nurse Chapel there because you can go get her. I don't know how much event store currency you're getting. I think total I've gotten about 400,000 so far-ish. Which isn't terrible. It's a lot of Nurse Chapel shards if that's what you want. And I think she has the most value. So it is obtainable for you. And then really, it's obtainable for every player. I mean, at least everybody watching right now. Hugh and a Max Torres, not exactly the same. And I know some people are going to say, oh, why are we still grinding Borg probes? Why are you telling us to grind Borg probes still? Like, well, yeah, because of the X-Borg efficiency claim. Yes, you can get a lot of tactical probes, but again, if you watch my videos before, I don't think that's one of the grinds we should be giving up because of the, we'll say, external benefits. Yes, I mean, there is the refinery, but that can be taken care of with the X-Borg efficiencies. It's really the boxes, right? You see, I mean, I've gotten 75, and this is from this current run. And if you've noticed, maybe you haven't or whatever, but I actually have filled my Talios' cargo already. And I'm not even at 100. I usually do like to go to up to 100 hostiles per token, just a nice round number. I'm not going to make you sit here and watch me kill all 100, but so I'm talking about the boxes and saying I don't want to give them up. It's let's go look at them. Which I have actually talked about these before, but a little bit of refresher. I mean, look at that. Killed 77 hostiles. I have 700,000 officer XP. Yes, I mean, you got to kill 70-something hostiles if you want that much officer XP, but that's, it's grindable. It's a lot more grindable than it was before. Especially because you can punch up a little bit higher with the Talios because it's doing a lot of the work for you. But look at all these speed ups, man. If you're a free-to-play player, could you use 17 12-hour speed ups and 25 5-hour? I'm pretty sure you could. So I'm not ready to give those up. So the idea is, yes, to go grind more Borg probes, but with all the loops out there, it can be beneficial to have a few different crews. Now, with all the officers coming out, could you take the crew I'm suggesting here and run your Talios against the Borg probes, but still have other officers good for hostile grinding and run another hostile grind crew in another part of the galaxy if you so choose? You could. That's another reason why I wanted to leave B'Elanna and Hugh off of this ship. Because I can use them on another ship if I wanted to. Could leave the ship here. I could continue grinding. I could crew up another ship and start sending it out. Kind of take some time away there. Or save some time. Potential for that. Now I'm going to load up the attack queue here. And let's go check out the battle log. You can see, hopefully you can still see this. There's nothing. They're doing nothing to me. Yes, to a certain extent, there is my level of research involved in that. Some of that is true. But Strange New World Uhura, the rares, Uhura, Spock, and Ortegas are relatively easy. One, because they're rares, and one, the way the chess pool is designed, for you to get them in high tiers relatively quickly. That is assuming you were able to unlock the Mantis. Some people weren't. And you can see it here again. It does say 100%. Now, does that actually mean that they're all going to go to the hull? Because I kind of thought that the last time. Well, you can scroll down here. You can take a look. This first shot here, yes, it mitigated. It didn't mitigate half. It looked less than half. What? 2/5, I guess it mitigated-ish. No isolytic mitigation. Receives 0 shield health damage. Yep. It's true. 100%. And that's why Kirk could be really good against Borg hostiles. Because Talios is really providing you all the damage that you're going to need. Now, Uhura providing you all the mitigation. And now, Strange New World Kirk is even making more damage happen. Or I guess, making the damage more effective. You see, 227 million damage to the hull. Nothing to the shields. It's awesome to see. And why this is a fairly good crew as opposed to, like, let's say, Janeway or New Picard, because I know a lot of people like New Picard. His loot increase, his officer ability does increase isolytic cascade as well, but it is based on how many times you shoot. Talios' firing pattern isn't, what's the word? Like, it doesn't go that well with Picard. Like, let's say a Borg cube goes a little bit better with Picard because of the amount of weapons it has in its firing pattern. The Borg cube is 4-2, 4-2, 4-2. Well, the Talios is 1, and then it goes 2 in the second round, and in the third round it's 3. But then it goes back to 2. So 2-3, 2-3, 2-3. But that first round you're only getting 1 because the medium gun needed, what's the word they use? It needed a round to charge, but then to recharge. Or I guess it needed 2 rounds. 2 rounds to charge, but then only 1 round to recharge. I don't know why. That almost doesn't make any sense to me. So you need 2 rounds to charge, but you only need 1 round to recharge. Okay. However, so you're just not you're not doing enough shots for it to really give you any benefit. And with Janeway on the other side of that is how many times the opponent is shooting you. Borg pros don't shoot that much either. So you kind of need somebody else to be really effective. I do think Strange New World Pike is good. Just I think Uhura was carrying that. Kirk's definitely much better. You can see I killed this asshole in 2 rounds. Part of that's the critical hits. Yeah, that's some of my research. But some of it's Nurse Chapel. Because I'm almost, what is that, 45% isolytic damage. That helps a lot. You know, it's not being soaked up by the shields. Makes it even better. Now, you can use Hugh if you have him. That will make you even more damage. Potentially, anyway. But because, again, you don't get shot that much. Like, you would only have 1, 2 in the first round. And then here in the second round, I only got hit once before I blew the ship up. So maybe it'll help you, maybe it won't. But like somebody like Tendy, increase your hull size, your hull health. Make sure, enunciate hull and hull. Hull as in your cargo and hull as in your hull health. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, right? All right. Try to summarize this and wrap this up. There's not too much more to get in here. I'm just telling you one instance where Strange New World Kirk can be very valuable. Because I still think that we should still be all grinding out these Borg probes just because the boxes are so good. Now you can see here, or I guess maybe at the top here, I didn't really put that many other crew options on. You got Strange New Worlds Kirk, Strange New World Kurt, Strange New Worlds Uhura, and Chapel. Not using other hostile grinding officers, which means you can then leave them for another ship and another loop. Can you do grind 2 loops at the same time? It's up to you. I mean, it's doable. It's can be somewhat wonky, but just because of the way the Talius is designed and the way the Borg probes are designed, some of these other officers that depend on your ship firing a lot or the enemy firing a lot doesn't necessarily work well. But making it so all your damage hits the enemy's hull, that's very effective. And yes, we don't, or I don't, like a lot of the Strange New World rare mitigators because they're limited. Well, in some of these older loops, they gave you an interceptor and told you to kill battleships. They gave you an explorer, told you to kill interceptors. And no, I'm not suggesting you do swarms anymore, because that's, no. Or even Voyager and the summoning the bag of dicks assholes. Can work. Though they shoot a lot, so Janeway might actually be better here for you. But again, you can load them up on your Voyager and send her out there. What does it take? 4 or 5 minutes? Instead of waiting the 4 or 5 minutes, have your Talios out there. You be grinding your Talios stuff while you're sending the other ship out there. There's benefit there. There is some benefit. There is some value. How much, it's really up to you. All I'm doing is showing you at least one instance. I probably will do at least one other video of another grind or hostile I think Kirk is good for. But for now, I'm trying to make sure I got videos to put out and stuff, But it'll be very soon. But just think about it. There'll be going to be Strange New World officers there, so you might be able to think about that. Figure it out for yourself. But Kirk, Strange New World Kirk, very good against killing Borg probes. It's not. Yeah, there's not much else to really say. It's a beneficial loop. Yeah, it's another loop. I don't know how we all think about that. So comment below. Do you still grind Borg probes? Or do you take the easy route and you go the X-Borg efficiency pools? Do you miss the boxes that have all that officer XP in them? I know I would, and that's why I still grind Borg probes. But you can play your game however you like. Did you get Kirk? Hopefully, maybe you did. I know the spend event was a little high, but do you see the value, at least from, maybe more than you may have in the past? Kirk has value. Is it great value? Again, that's on you, but I do see the value here. So, again, subscribe to the channel, please, and I will make another video, and you'll be alerted because of that subscription. Please like the video. I am the Angry Rhino. Shields up, Commanders.